Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check. That's your boy, P4. Thinking right out here in the line. What do I do for you? Your boy got a little rant you got to do today, so prepare yourself. Brace yourself. Right is the 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission. And yeah, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. I'll let you know I'm on a mission. Yours is to do what you need to do for you. That's what I'm here to do. That. So you pay attention, did the lesson, I'll help you with that. That's my mission, and I'm on it. Doggone it. So that all right thinkers know thyself. That's my mission, and yours should too be to know thyself. So we should be in the same mission. I give it, you receive it, use it, and you'll be right where I am, knowing yourself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. That's the question. Is, do you know you? One of these people are you? And if you know you, you would. If not, stay tuned. I got you. That's what I do for you. If you're a person who knows not and knows that you know not, it's simple. I can teach you. Stay tuned. That's what I do. What I do. It's all for you. I got you. Appreciate you too. A person who knows not and believe they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, excuse me, a person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. Spiritual, excuse me. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. With I wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. I think to know thyself and to my out. Be true. I just gave a lesson about disrespectful people. Now let's talk about some different kind of people. Okay, right thinkers. Let's talk about with self-knowledge, you can make the right choices in life. A little lengthy. Then I came up with the concept. Right thinkers. Let's talk about with self-knowledge, you know everything you need to know. Mm, Self-knowledge is the best knowledge, aka know thyself. So I think that's what I'm going with. So self-knowledge is the best knowledge. Why? Because knowing thyself is the best thing you need to know. Okay, let's go with the lesson. Right thinking philosophy does what? Teaches you self-knowledge, aka spiritual truth, through God and Goddess concepts and aspects that we call netero. These are all aspects of your character, so it's all about you. Right thinking philosophy is all about what? Self-improvement with what? Self-knowledge. Understand that. It's all about self. You need to do the work because it's all about you. When it's time to do what you need to do, it's all about you. Our ancient ancestors knew this. They knew the power of what? Self-knowledge, aka spiritual truths. When you practice, aka my philosophy, you're practicing ancient spiritual truths. And the whole goal is to know thyself through these truths, learn, practice, and master and perfect it. You will know thyself. I know that for a fact. Whatever else you got going on, I ain't tell you about that Bible, I can tell you about the Quran, or none of that. I can tell you about the right thing philosophy. And that's my point. Let's go. We teach our young a lot of what I consider nonsense, but y'all call it education. But there's no self-knowledge, no true knowledge. The education that we giving our kids today, they got to forget everything that they was learned or they were taught. Why? Because it's useless. I'm just saying. So yeah, I see people becoming rich, famous. Why? Because of their God-given talents and gifts, and they cashing on it, which is not a problem at all. But you're wondering what happens when things get funky and they don't know themselves. So they rich and famous, got all that, yeah, but don't know themselves. It's not a good deal. We see it all the time. Rich, okay, rich and famous still commit suicide. Obviously, they didn't know themselves. So it goes hand in hand. Simple. Rich or poor, watch this. Self-knowledge will what serve you well in life. If you know you, I don't have to be rich and famous. I ain't got to be down and out, ass out. But if I know me, I can be my best self and live and be comfortable with that. But if you live in an imaginary world where you think you should have this and you want that, then you strive and you work for that. If you want peace, contentment, and happiness, you do the things you have to do to make that happen. I'm comfortable being who I am, peacefully content, doing what I do, enlightening you. I'm good. With self-knowledge, understand this. Spiritual knowledge, self-knowledge, that's God knowledge again. Sorry. Knowing thyself with, without self-knowledge, knowing thyself is an impossible task for you. You can't pull it off. Why? Without knowledge of God, you'll never know who you are. That's why. You can go to any college, Ivy League school, and get PhDs and master degrees and still what? Not know yourself. And that's the mother problem with you bootlegs. You get the education, you get the thinking, your ego get all swollen up. So you think because you got knowledge and education, but don't know yourself, that's your downfall. Okay, that's your kryptonite, knowledge of self. All that knowledge you got about everything else, lack of knowledge of self is going downfall. Watch this. If you want a title, obviously if you go to get a doctor's degree, I'm a master of this, that's cool. But having titles and accumulating titles don't enlighten you to yourself. That's a personal achievement that if you put forth the effort, just like you with the degree, knowing yourself should be something you want for yourself. But you get degrees and then I find out myself later. And it's backwards. There's a lot of that going on though. So and you wonder why. That's why. Now, I got two children. Successful. Don't want to bring them up. One, when he graduated from college, I gave him the kudos, son, you're a better man than me. He said, never that, Dad. That's respect. I never thought I'd supersede my dad. I always kept him right there. So it showed me that he had that respect for me. Right, I'm cool. My daughter, I didn't even talk much about it. Master's degree, Michigan State, dropped off a few years ago. She about to get her PhD, headed to Harvard. If I wasn't Papa Smurf, all that knowledge she got the papers and degrees otherwise do, but I'm still the smartest man going. Why? Because I know myself. Self-knowledge will do that for you. So all your degrees means nothing to me. And matter of fact, yeah, I have degrees. How about that? From the street, master streetology. And I got higher education, Greek mythology. Know about them too, okay? But my self-knowledge supersedes all them degrees. Why? They didn't enlighten me to me. I did. Okay, self-made. Again, self-knowledge, what leads to self-mastery. If I didn't get the knowledge and education, I couldn't master myself with just haphazardly believing in what somebody else told me. I'd do my own work, put the work in. That's how it's done. And no degrees are better than what? The mastery, self-mastery. So you can go get your degrees, all this, man, yeah, knock yourself out. But in the end, oh, that means nothing anyway. That's just Father. Do you know you and how light is your heart going to be when it's time to be judged? I know you know everything else except yourself. Keep your degrees and I know me. You can keep yours, I'll take mine. Good luck. The concept of a purified heart is somebody who does good by others. Before I obtained self-knowledge, I made what a lot of bad choices in life. I chose that life. It was appealing to me. It's what I saw. I'm a product of my environment. So again, I made that decision. I chose to do it. And watch this. Now, if I was taught self-knowledge early in life, my life would have made a better choice. I would have made better choices in my life when I was young. I was winning, excuse me, living off what I saw, what I thought I wanted to pimp hoes and slack Cadillac doors to make all the money I could. And, see, all ego. I did that. What they get me? We ain't gonna talk about that. Moving on. But what I did was this. After that, I taught my children self-knowledge, the best of my ability. Why? Because they needed that for what? To survive in the world. So I prepared them for that. Everything else they did on their own. I got nothing but respect for that. Who enlightened you? You. And they made better choices in their life. If I don't hold them accountable, if I don't instruct them and give them the things that they need, how are they gonna make that happen? Some parents, that's our job. Man, just thinking you sending a check ain't raising the kid. Doesn't understand. And women just having his money come in ain't raising the kid. So we need to get better at that concept. It's very big imbalance. There's no mayat going in with that child support thing. If you're ignorant of your higher self, and not of us are, your life choices fed full. Filled with feathers. Why? Bad decisions, self-induced by yourself. Why? Ignorance. If you know God, if you choose to serve God, you'll make better decisions. Why? Because if you're God conscious, is this right in God's sight? Nope. Okay, move on. Don't even give it a second thought. If it ain't spiritually right, I'm not doing it. That don't make me a God fanatic. Don't make me perfect. No, just mean I'm making better decisions in my life based on my God consciousness. Christians, religious people, it's the same concept. I understand. I'm just using my self-knowledge. If learned early in life, your life will be better. Trust me for that one. Why? Every kid that we know that's disciplined, that's held accountable, turns out better than a kid that was not disciplined and wasn't held accountable. It's simple as that. So I'm not going to argue about parenting. It's just a simple fact. Your choice. I was reckless. I did some dumb things because of what? Lack of self-knowledge. And it tells you my people be destroyed through what? Lack of knowledge. Okay, caveat, self-knowledge. How about that? Everybody should hold themselves accountable to obtain knowledge of themselves. Sorry about that. But that's the right thing, because that's our goal, to know ourselves and nothing else. Having self-knowledge did what? Changed my life for the better. That's right. I keep pointing back there. Why? Because that's where I come from. No self-knowledge. Okay, ego. I know now what for myself. Again, I'm only telling you what I know from my experience, that with self-knowledge and righteous and virtuous living is the way to go. Why? Because there's some things that's going to happen to you that'll let you know, oh yeah, this is what I need to be doing. I did it 10 years now. This still works. Trust me. Living right, earning blessings ain't changed a bit. I teach what I know that will help you, right thinkers, to know yourself and God is what? One and the same. When you know that, I hear some in the Hermit Church, God, we serve a mighty God. God sits high and looks low. I'm about to jump out my seat. All right, but that's what they say. I don't agree with that. But I'm saying, if you don't know that God is in you, you got a problem. Right thinking philosophy lessons are to what? Educate you, enlighten you, and motivate you, and help you realize who you are to be your best self, doing the right thing, and earn your blessings as you go through life, doing the right thing. There's some come with that. Doing the wrong thing, a lot of us experience the bad. Why? Because that's what we do. Try experiencing the right thing. Do what's right for the right reason, right purpose, and see what happens. Trust me. In order to be what? Your best self, you have to what? Know thyself. You can't be your best if you don't know who the hell you are. I thought I was the best drug dealer going. How dumb was I? See, again. That's right thinking philosophy. Knowing thyself is a must. I just smile when I see my young people being their best self. That's right living. Young people shouldn't be bogged down with grown folks' problems. Annoying to me. Let the children be children. Stop inducing and all that nonsense what you think they should be. If you didn't have your childhood, then lay yours alone. Why? It's theirs to do what they need to, not yours to go and shape the way you think it should be. That's bad parenting. That's the worst. Let me wrap this up again. I'm sorry about that. Now, my personal thing is let's teach our young people to know themselves with self-knowledge. Not a whole bunch of fairy tales. Man, stop that. Let's talk to them spiritual truths about our people. How about that? Let Black history be Black history, not just in February. Every time I got to see my grandson play basketball, I see youth going the right way. And I love that. Why? Because it's a gym full of them. It ain't just my grandson. It's a but every kid is in there for a purpose and a reason. And the fact that they're in there lets me know, yeah, it's still going. Okay, it ain't dead. So parenting, I see the parents want to meet the parents. I love that. I was one of them. I'm 3 generations in. I see this and I'm still one of them. Why I go see my grandson. Okay. It's called support. It's called support. If your kids are doing something that they invested time into, support that. So teaching young people self-knowledge will save their lives. Why? Because if you give them the truth early, hold them accountable to live by the truth, they won't go astray. Why? Because they know better. It's those who go straight who really don't know, because if they did, they wouldn't go. The more young people knowing the truth about themselves, the better off the next generation to be. They're going to be old. They're going to be young. So we need to get to them and understand that. As a parent, I'm proud of my children who took my advice. And I'm even more proud of seeing that they pass it on to my grandchildren. I love that. That means I did something right. Last one. I'm seeing young people weekly want to what? Learn right thing philosophy. Now, I think if I can get them involved, young people on board, things can change. That's my goal, that's my point, and that's my lesson. I'm out. I'll be back.